You know, a lot of talk in the business about it. Do you feel like this is Gervonta's last fight in Mayweather Promotions or not so?
Man, I don't worry about that kind of stuff because, again, as a promoter, all you can do is do the best job that you possibly can. This is a big-ass event like all of his events are. We've done a phenomenal job working with Tank. You know, when Tank first came to us, he was, I think, 11-0. Yeah, he was 11-0. And him and Floyd had that initial conversation. Floyd promised him that he would get him a title opportunity within a year. It was 14 months, you know? And his very first fight with us was a 6-round fight, okay? So he went from being a 6-round fighter to fight for the championship of the world in 14 months. That's unheard of, okay? He was a guy that was, again, like I say, he was 11-0. He beats a tremendous fighter in Pedraza, okay? And that's the springboard to the crazy amount of success that he's had, and he's become extremely a big-time attraction. Now, that has a tremendous amount to do with what he's done, because he's the one that's going in here and executing and doing his job. He's done a phenomenal fucking job. But we have too. We have too. You know, we busted our ass and been creative with a whole lot of things. We know what the fuck we're doing when it comes down to how to build a star. You know, and right now, again, he's one of the biggest attractions in the entire world because we have a tremendous team. We've all been working together. Not one person can do it. It takes a team to do it. And again, my mindset has always been, you know, working as hard as I can for our fighters. You know, done the same thing with Floyd. You focus on this, and we're gonna focus on the shit outside the ring. Put you in the best situation to be successful. There's been a lot of noise about you ain't fought this guy, you ain't fought this guy. Who the fuck are we talking about? Fought who? I don't see no King Kongs out there or no motherfucker that's doing. And excuse me for I've been doing a lot of cussing lately because I just be so annoyed with all the bullshit.
Give it to us real, Leonard. You're good.
With all the bullshit in boxing, man. And it's
well,
just,
you know the names they say.
It's like, again, it's like when you look down, it's like that's why I try to stay away from the bullshit on social media because see, I'm very fortunate enough is that we've done the biggest shit in the entire sport. Mayweather Promotions holds all the fucking records for the biggest pay-per-views, the biggest live gates. So we know what the fuck we doing over here.
It's a fact.
Okay? It's a fact. So as it relates to Tank, again, it's like, you know, you hear some of the media say, oh, why you ain't fighting this guy? Fight this guy. So it's like, okay, let's go down the list of the guys who we talking about. You talking about one that said, oh, Tio Lopez. It's like, do y'all know how this fucking game works? There's no fucking way that Bob Arum is gonna put his kid in there with a guy that Bob knows this shit. Bob knows because he has 2 excellent matchmakers on how this shit would go in the ring. They know that no fucking Tio Lopez can't be no Tank Davis. So what, you just gonna hand the titles over to Mayweather Promotions and PBC?
Well, that's the same reason Golden Boy didn't want to make a fight.
Yeah,
Ryan versus
it's
Tank,
like,
right?
no, it don't work like that. Bob's gonna make the fights with the guys that he has and build his guy that way. You're not just gonna jump into a fight with, especially with a guy who's never ever headlined a show. Ain't sold one fucking ticket. But Bob's gonna put him in there with that. Does that even make any sense?
No, that's not business-wise.
And this boxing shit is
a business.
It's a business.
And a sport, but it's a business.
Yeah, it's a business at the end of the day. There's no, and just not only Bob. There's no promoter gonna put his guy in there unless one that he thinks that he's gonna win, and there's a bunch of money that's involved. Because that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. And how you build your fighter is that why the hell is he gonna put him in with somebody else's guy and just hand that shit over? You know, that's the whole objective is to, you know, to keep it. You know, so he can build and he can generate revenue for his company and give the fans great fights. He has a stable of fighters himself. that he can put his own guy in with. Okay, then you fast forward to Haney. I know Devin very well. Tremendous fighter. He grew up in this gym. Excellent fighter. Okay, he signed with a promoter who don't know what the fuck he's doing. Okay, he's fucked off over $1 billion and still hasn't built one fucking star in the United States. Okay, I applaud Bill. Very smart guy, and I applaud Devin. They signed with a guy. They made a bunch of fucking money, and that's what they supposed to do. They supposed to do. But again, it's like, ain't no slight on them, you know, but when you're talking about Tank Davis, I gotta pay you what you weigh. I gotta pay you what you weigh. And you can just read in between the lines with that. Again, it has nothing to do with Devin not being a tremendous fighter. But as far as being a draw, then it's self-explanatory. So you can't make a fight like that. Now, Devin has a tremendous opportunity in front of him. Now when you talk about you bring in all of this and you build on that, and it's like, that's a different ball game. But prior to that, it's like, those are good little fights, but there's not no money in it. What we gonna do, sell out an arena? But Tank's already doing that by himself. And y'all say he ain't fought nobody, well, how the fuck is he selling out arenas? Because we built him into being an attraction. We doing our part, and he's definitely fucking knocking everybody out. Sending a clear message that he's one of the best fighters in the world, and he's a big time attraction. Okay? I don't give a fuck about that pound for pound list. I'm just totally being honest, because at the end of the day, when you go to the fucking bank, what I'm gonna do, go up to the teller and say, hey, I need $10,000. Okay, I'm on 5 on the pound for pound list.
So can I get an extra 10?
Look at you. The fuck does that mean? Man, this is how the media works. They did that same shit with Floyd, and what we did, we just kept on doing what we do. Because eventually they gotta recognize you and give you your props and give you your credit. And that's why it's like, I have so much fucking experience in this shit. That's why it's like, it just goes in one ear and out the other. I know that we have biased people in the media. I know they only want certain fighters to be successful. Look what they did with Lomachenko. He was the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know, they even was going to say, oh, he would beat Floyd Mayweather. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but they have their certain favorites, and that part's okay, because at the end of the day, they can't stop nothing over here. We're gonna keep doing exactly what we do. We're gonna continue to build our fighters, put on these big ass events, and be very successful.